Hello and welcome to another video. I'm still doing the contest for March, so I'm still giving away a Hull A. You know the rules. You gotta like, dislike, subscribe, and you gotta make sure that you leave a comment in order to enter. All the rest of the rules you gotta join our Discord to find or get on our social media to find. This video is all about my crazy theories. I was inspired today because I was talking about my first theory on one of the videos that during the live reveal of one of my videos, and somebody was like, yeah, I super disagree with that. And I was like, it makes sense because it's a pretty crazy theory, but I was like, why don't I just do a series of all my crazy theories? I have about 20 to 100 of them in my brain, so I decided, yeah, I'll put like 4 of them in a video, right? Because I don't want it to be like a 3-hour video, because I'll put my tin hat on and then I'll just start, going crazy for 3 hours. So just sit back, listen to some crazy theories for a second. Leave some comments. Tell me what your crazy theories are for Star Citizen. But these are just my 2024 thoughts for Star Citizen and what's gonna happen this year. Right, and I have more, but yeah, I'll just stick to 4, maybe 5 for now. Let's do 5. All right, so my first one is the Banu Merchantman is going to either be completed by Alien Week or will have its announcement for its completion by Alien Week. So that's mid-June. All right. It's mid-April now, so that would be 2 months from now. So that one's a big one. That's the one that sparked this whole thing, because I know a lot of people don't think that that's going to happen, and you might be right. But my crazy theory, I don't think it's so crazy. I think that the Banu Merchantman is going to be one of the faces of Star Citizen as far as ships, right? When you try out what ships are indicative of what you can do in Star Citizen, the Banu Merchantman is going to be one of those ships, right? I think you're going to have the Banu Merchantman, you're going to have the Idris, even though I think it should be the Polaris, but I'll say it's the Idris. I think you're going to have the Idris for like the combat, and the capital stuff, right? You're going to have the Javelin for like just the scale purposes, right? You're going to have like a smaller fighting ship, maybe the Gladius or something. The F8 probably, not the Gladius. You'll probably have the F8 for just like cool factor ships, right? Rule of cool ships. But yeah, I think the Banu Merchantman is going to be one of those ships. I think, if you pick 10 ships that are going to represent all of what Star Citizen is about, I think the Banu Merchantman is one of those ships. And I think that's why it's going to be done by Alien Week, or at the very least it will have some major work, major update to it by Alien Week, and they will announce when it's going to come out, or when it's going to be done, right? And I think it's going to be done this year. I do think it'll be done this year, and I actually think that they'll have most of it done by Alien Week, because that's the biggest question going into Alien Week on top of that, right? And I think they're getting ready to launch Squadron 42 and give a release date for it, and I think they're getting ready to go 1.0 for Star Citizen, and I think the Banu Merchantman is key to that. It's one of the ships that I think they're going to need to put out in front of people and say, look at what we are capable of. So that might mean that maybe they want to put more effort into it, or it might mean that they need to get it done so they can start doing the finishing touches and polishing. But I'm going to go with option 2. I think it means they want to get it done as soon as possible so they can make it as perfect as possible with the polishing phase, not so much just getting all the things put into it, right? At the same time, they don't tell you everything on the release tracker, so we'll find out. I think it's gonna be mostly done though by Alien Week in June. Then My next one, this is a pretty quick one. I think there's going to be 3 new ships at Invictus, and I think there's going to be 1 straight to flyable. Don't ask me where I get my information from. I get it from my brain. But yes, I think that there's going to be 3 new ships at Invictus, 1 straight to flyable, and I think we're going to like at least 2 of the ships that are going to be released. At least 2 of them I think are going to have universal appeal, is what I'll say. Then I think 1 of them is going to be like a why are you making this? Not because it deserves to be a why are you making this, but that's just going to be the general reaction from a lot of people. And then the other one is going to be like a meh. It's not going to be bad, but it's not going to be good, but it's going to start some conversations about a ship that exists already. I think that's kind of what we're looking at. Why am I being so specific? Because these are crazy theories. You have to be specific, right? Like, it's not crazy if I'm not specific, right? So yes, that's my theory. Now, the next one, I think there's going to be a ship sale every month until CitizenCon. Now, maybe this one isn't that crazy, but that, in case you missed it, sale in January, I think threw everybody off. I think it threw everybody off. And I also think it made a ton of money for CIG, because they're also doing this like Overdrive Initiative sale, which is kind of like not a sale, but it's low-key a sale. And I think it just means that they're trying to save up money. I think they have a huge marketing budget that they're about to need real soon, and they don't have investors. We're the investors, basically. So I think that they're going to do a ship sale every month. Until the game releases at the very least, or not until the game releases, until CitizenCon at the very least. And on top of that, I think, and this one, you know, I think might be maybe it's a bigger one. This might be the biggest one out of all 5 of these that I'm gonna say. I think they're gonna change the way that you buy ships this year. I don't know. I'm assuming it'll be for the better, because I do think they need more money. But I think they're going to drastically change something about the way you buy ships. So these are my theories of how they're going to change it. They're either going to allow you to purchase LTI. They're either going to allow you to purchase LTI like separate, or purchase months of insurance separate. One of those 2. Or they're going to allow you to purchase insurance for weapons, and you could purchase weapons separately. So you purchase weapons separately for each one of your weapons, and then you could put insurance on the weapons directly, so that when your ship explodes, you get all of your weapons back and get everything exactly back the way that it was, rather than losing all your weapons and so on and so forth. Or I think that you're going to be able to do something new with CCUs. So those are my 3 things that I think is going to change. So the CCU thing, I would say it's probably going to be something like you can CCU, or like you can melt things in a pack or something like that, right? Or you can break up a pack. I don't know what it's going to be out of those 3, but I think it's going to be one of those 3. I think it's I'm thinking it's going to be either something with, I'm leaning more towards the one with weapons and LTI, like being able to put LTI on weapons, or being able to buy LTI separate. I think that's going to happen here in 2024, just in general, but we'll see. And if it did happen, I think it would happen closer to IAE. I think it would be one of those things where it's like, okay, for this IAE, something's changing, right? We're about to make all our ships available, and now you can do this, right? And I think that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna bring in a lot of money, whatever it is. All right, moving on to my last one. I don't want this video to get too crazy. I think Mark Hamill is going to be at CitizenCon. I think that's part of why they're doing the limited event, extremely limited event. I think Mark Hamill's gonna be there. So that's why I needed to get tickets to this one, and hopefully you got tickets, because if you need to meet Mark Hamill, like I need to meet Mark Hamill, he's one of my 10 celebrities that I need to meet. I only have 10. I probably less than that now because of things they've done, but yeah, I only got 10, and he's one of them, so I want to meet him. And yeah, that's my theories. That's all of them. Uh, oh no, that's only 5 of them. I have tons of crazy theories, but yeah, I think I'll make this a series, and every time I feel like getting a little crazy, I'll hop on and let you guys know what my crazy sounds like and what it looks like. All right, I'll see you in the next one again. Peace.